Okay, what did you want to ask? Don't put any more noise on.
I was going to ask you about the Jack Lewis article and how that came about and what you felt about the result of it.
Well, that came about because he interviewed me because just previous to that there'd been some incident at the Speakeasy where somebody got injured, and one of John Rotten and I were suspected. Of course, we had nothing to do with it whatsoever. And he was trying to... He picked me out to interview because my name was Vicious. And it was obvious that he was trying to find out from the questions he asked. Like, he asked me if I was violent and things like that. And if I did this and that, all very subtle, designed to a person of low intelligence, obviously, such as myself, I would be totally fooled by this. And he would get it all out of me, and I would say, yes, I'm big, tough and vicious, and I beat up all these people and split people's heads open. And this was what he came along to do, and he was so sure that he was going to get that. So, I told him exactly the opposite of what he wanted to hear. I thought, what a nice intellectual boy I was, and I wouldn't dream of doing anything like that. And I had pet hamsters and things like that, you know what I mean? Made myself seem like butter wouldn't melt in my mouth, and he'd fucking jerk off fell for it as well. They're just so thick, those arseholes, they wouldn't know a string quartet from a string vest. They're just totally dumb, they don't know a fucking thing. They make me sick. They make me physically ill because they're not in touch with what's going on at all. They've got no idea of what is happening. They can't, they can't handle it. That's why, when people read in that thing about how I love my mummy and she's pleased that I've at last found something that's near to my heart. You know what I mean? And, like, as far as I'm concerned, anybody with any sus looks at the picture of me standing there and looks at what I've said and says the two don't go together. Of course, he lacked the intelligence, like most grown-ups, to do anything of the sort. Grown-ups have just got no intelligence at all. As soon as somebody stops being a kid, they stop being aware. And it doesn't matter how old you are. You can be 99 and still be a kid. And as long as you're a kid, you're aware and you know what's happening. But as soon as you grow up, have you noticed the way the definition of a grown up is somebody who catches on to things when kids discard them. Do you know what I mean? Like you see grown ups when flared trousers, for instance, or something like that were in the 60s or whenever it was, I don't know. Grown ups said that, and long hair. Grown ups said they were awful and shocking, and you should have short hair and wear straight trousers. And now the grown ups have grown into now have long hair and think long hair is fine and wear flared trousers. We gave all that up because as soon as grown-ups follow kids, whatever kids do, grown-ups follow like 10 years later when it's become defunct, when it's become a figure of fun for the kids, it's then acceptable to grown-ups. That's why they can never ever win, because being that much older, they're that much further away from everything. They lose touch, which is why I shall die when I'm around about 24. I expect, if not sooner, and why my friend will die soon.
Who's your friend? Who's he, you mean?
Yeah, that girl. Just try making us grow up. Not a chance.
You said what you think about Jack Lewis, who's a Fleet Street journalist. What do you think about the journalists who have taken a more kind of serious approach to you, and even the kind of sociological jargon that has got used about you?
Can you give me an example of that?
Well, I think the most famous example is Dole Q Rock.
Oh my God, Dole Q Rock. Well, I mean, like, I'm not on the Dole. I was never even on the Dole before I joined the band. I think I went down there 1 week, and from then on I couldn't be bothered to go down and collect them. I could ponce more than like £10 in a week. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had no source of income whatsoever, but I never starved. Any growing up would have done, that's for sure.
One thing that a lot of these people have concentrated on is the fact that, oh, kids, they leave school, they have to go on the dole. But they never seem to talk really about work and the fact that it can be as bad actually going to work and having a job as being on the dole. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, really, yeah. It's a grown-up attitude that you must do this and you must do that. Like, my attitude to anything is that you don't have to do anything. Nobody has to do anything. Or should have to, anyway.
What do you feel about work? Have you ever had...
Yeah, I've worked briefly, I think it's absolutely awful.
What did you do?
I worked in a sawmill or something. It was good fun, actually. I worked with my mate. Hey, that t-shirt looks good.
Does it?
Even if it is grey. That's my favourite t-shirt, it's brilliant. It's got a bona fide blood stain on it as well. From when I got my eye split open.
Is that from that?
Yeah.
I know it's from that.
Was it? Oh, maybe it was.
Or maybe both.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you worked in a sawmill for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah. What about it?
And I was asking you what you thought about work in general.
Shit. It's shit.
Why?
Because it's not what you want to do. If it's not what you want to do, it's shit. Do you know what I mean?
I wanted to ask you what you felt about the Russ Meyer film.
The Russ Meyer film, I don't really know anything about it at all. All I can say about it is it has a very weak script as far as I can see. It doesn't seem to be very interesting at all.
In what way is the script weird?
It's weak.
Oh, weak.
Weak, yeah. In every way. There's no story to it at all whatsoever.
It seems to me that in a way it's trying to embalm the Pistols.
Embalm them? How do you
Yeah,
mean?
well, instead of trying to push them further, it seems that it's trying to really almost bury them as though, you know, they're past and done.
Really? Oh, I didn't get that impression at all. What I feel is that it's a cheap attempt to make money, do you know what I mean? And I don't like it for that reason. Because, like, I mean, I suppose we'll make money off our album and our singles and stuff, but, like, they were made as we wanted them, exactly with what we had to say and done exactly how we wanted them, right? And, like, we didn't put them out to make money, we put them out because we wanted to do them. Do you know what I mean? And, like, you know, if we make money for them, who gives a fuck? If we don't, who gives a fuck? I couldn't care less. I don't give two shits. But the film, the thing that I'm